bench. The depth is everything to the Cowgirls. Jayhawks in their powder blue, Cowgirls in the black. Again, the Big 12 season finale here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Whiting finding Gray fast, goes for the three off the iron. Defensive rebound for Samaya Nichols.
A late closeout by Davis. Gray had the open three-point look. She's made 84 of them this year. You better find number 3 in black or she will light you up.
Davis making her way in the paint. 2 on the board for the Jayhawks already.
Julia Davis is just a phenom as a freshman, just 17 years old, number 25 in the powder blue, the player to watch for Kansas, McDonald's All-American. And since she's been healthy, Kansas is a different type of team.
Haley Timmer finding Whiting. Caught in the paint, wide open, easy layup.
They got the mismatch, the size of a cot, chased by Copeland. That's an easy deuce because of a cot going right to the lane.
Casey Hoyt says, we play small, but we're even. The depth is what makes our shooting so strong. We're confident to take those threes. She said, when we don't, bad things happen, but another layup for Kansas. That one's gonna be Davis. That's Lily Meister.
An excellent job of playmaking by Copeland. A strong left-handed guard out in the lane, and the seas parted for Meister.
Staley Hurd driving, and you're going to be hearing that name a lot so far. Sister on the team, Tyler Hurd.
Staley coming off a huge performance at Iowa State in the victory for the Cowgirls. 22 points, 14 boards.
Yeah, Hurd just this third Cowgirl to record a triple-double, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists in that Iowa State game. It's a defensive rebound for the Jayhawks. Ball in Samaya Nichols' hand. Out to Copeland, back to Davis. Fandel driving in, off the one hand, all net.
A strong take by Fandel. She is a youngster, a freshman out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and that time an early bucket should boost her confidence here on the road.
Cowgirls resetting the offense, and she's going to take the shot. Caught off the rim. Defensive rebound right in Lily Meister's hands.
Well, Lacotte comes in hot at 25 points at Iowa State, her career high, so she's feeling good. She'll get the three.
Kansas head coach Brandon Snyder in his 11th season as the head coach signed a contract extension that will go through the 2027 to 28 season. You call him Coach Brandon. His dad, Bob, is a member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, one of the best D2 coaches ever. So he says, that is Coach Snyder. I am Coach Brandon.
I love that. His dad a coach, for J.C. Hoyt, her mom a coach. They're both in the family business here today.
Jaden Wooten in the game, bringing the energy that Hoyt said they need, and already finding a Cobb for the easy layup.
Cobb runs so hard, and she knows in this system, if she runs hard, gets to the rim in transition, she will be rewarded. An easy bucket due to her hard work.
Samaya Nichols, the lead scoring for the team, entering today with 522 points. That's going to be a turnover, but back in Kansas' hands. Resetting is Julia Davis. So Jayhawks able to hold onto that ball. Davis beating out 2 defenders, again showing you why she is the 8-time back-to-back freshman of the week for the Big 12.
She's 6'3", a local product.
Running up from fly deep though. This one's good. Micah
Gray, one of the sharpest shooters in the nation, top 10 with 84 made threes this year. You have got to push her off that line.
Davis feeling the pressure. Matchup with a caught. Wide open is Lily Meister. Misses the iron. Let's look at that three from Gray.
Yeah, Micah Gray, the 5'8" senior, celebrated before the game as pure a shooter as you are going to find. The Oklahoma City native, all Big 12 honorable mention last year as a junior. That was her first year at Oklahoma State.
Boy described Gray as quiet, but when she makes shots, she starts to talk, and she's not scared to let it fly, as you see already with that early three-point attempt.
Well, she got rid of the mask. She had a face injury and was shooting. It didn't really seem to bother her.
Another attempt from Gray. That one off the iron.
Gray has gotten a lot of clean looks here in the first quarter. And she's just too good to not be out there pressed up in her face. She's hit one. She's had two others that have been on target that haven't dropped.
Courtney Harshaw subbing in for Sanaya Copeland. Cowgirls with the 1-point lead here in the first quarter. Jayhawks struggled earlier this season, but they're coming in hot at the right time. Won the last 3 games. Beat Texas Tech, Kansas State, and Houston. Swept Kansas State for the season. Canessa finding Davis. 2 defenders on her, though. Staley Hurd all over. Hurd and Akkad are getting pumped up right here. Here's a look at what just happened.
Well, the crowd wants to travel, but I believe right here Davis gets into the defense and makes contact the ball on the belly of Staley Hurd. It wasn't technically tied up with the hands, though, so that is why the crowd is upset.
Wide open shot from Harshaw. Defensive rebound, though.
So Davis will pick up that personal, and she's going to have to take a seat. Probably a good timeout anyway. She gets an extra breather during the upcoming media timeout on our next dead ball. But Davis, 30 points in the first matchup with Oklahoma State. She's had some clean looks, but just 2 of 5 from inside the lane so far.
Newton with the mid-range jumper. White said that she can make it drop all day from that range.
She's one of the best guards at getting to her spot, really efficient in the mid-range. That's what she prefers.
Ball slapped by Akkad, recovered though by Lily Meister, who came in for Davis. Canessa hopped out to Williams. Turned over. Big defensive play for the Cowgirls. That's Micah Gray. Wooten resetting. Bounce pass out. It's a 3-point shot. That was a miss. Too strong from Whiting. Deep pass from Canessa. Right under the basket. It's Williams. 2-on-1. Easy defensive rebound from Wooten. Cowgirls ball. Wide open 3 shot. It's all net. Amari Whiting.
Yeah, Amari Whiting wanted that one to go. She has been quiet offensively over the past couple of games. Just a tick under double figures on the season.
Whiting putting the Cowgirls at an 8-0 run. Momentum in Oklahoma State's hands, especially with this turnover. It's Amari Whiting now with the big defensive break into Akkad. Whiting looking for an open teammate, finding Micah Gray. Back to Whiting, open for the 3. Gonna let it fly, but it's off the iron.
It's a good look for Whiting. This Oklahoma State team makes over 9 threes per game on average, one of the best in the nation, and they've had some good looks.
The pressure that Staley Hurd was taking on Elle Evans. Wide open shot. That was Williams right under the basket.
Really good steal. Did early work to get position. Both teams right now huffing and puffing an extended stretch with no whistle.
Wooten coming in with the one-arm layup. Getting that momentum going.
Now your legs are tired. There hasn't been a whistle in some time, and she uses the back door, the off-ball cutting to get a wide-open look.
Could not have a more exciting first quarter so far. From the defense to the offense. Now Williams, that's going to be a foul. Travel called.
Perimeter, she backdoor cut, got an easy layup. While Kansas was trying to catch their breath. Ball in her hands, and she initiates the offense.
Switching back off with Timmer and Wooten. Wooten, that mid-range jumper again. Offensive rebound back out to Wooten. It's a three this time. And she stayed late after practice yesterday, trying those threes. Boyd said, make sure her foot's behind the line. She doesn't take those threes often. Libby Fandel going for the deep, but defensive rebound. No Jayhawks under the basket, ready for that one.
A great catch in traffic by Davis and then pass out. It was a good look.
Big turnover. This is for Libby Vandell. Davis back in.
Nichols, ball in her hand, has yet to attempt a shot. The second leading scorer for the Jayhawks. Nichols is an all Big 12 type of performer, the junior guard, who's averaging 18 points per game for Kansas, but has yet to become active in terms of the scoring column for the Jayhawks.
Lily Meister finding Davis. A lot of defensive pressure right now from Oklahoma State. Meister, not Copeland. Nichols not able to beat out the shot clock.
The shot clock rather than the first shot in the book for Nichols, and she'll probably take that one as she got the grenade passed over to her right as the shot clock was expiring.
Ball in Jaden Wooten's hands last night at practice, and today at shoot-around, she stayed late both times just shooting. J.C. Hoyt says she does that after every practice.
Energizer for this Cowgirls team.
Mara Whiting driving in over Julia Davis. That one's good.
Good take under control, getting into the paint, knowing where the help side defense is, not powering through to pick up an offensive foul, but soft touch that goes home.
5 points for Whiting so far. Nichols, three-shot all net. Her first points of the game.
That's what I'm talking about. I love Nichols' game. She is such a physical presence as a guard for Kansas. Leads the nation in free throw makes and attempts. That time throwing it up deep.
So foul called. Lily Meister.
Foul on number 52, Lily Meister.
You gauge how aggressive a player is by how many free throws they attempt. Jaden Wooten is the smallest player on the floor. She's 5'6", but she's number 2 in free throw attempts for Oklahoma State, only behind the very physical Staley Hurd, who, as you mentioned earlier, had a triple-double 6 weeks ago in the first matchup against Iowa State. Wooten loves to get in and mix it up in the paint.
Wooten, just a sophomore, named to the Big 12 all-freshman team, played 30 games last year. And it's so interesting, she leads the nation in assists. She's number 30, number 35 assists per game, but she comes off the bench.
Yeah, leads the nation. For anybody coming off thing is, can you get the looks you want? And they have. They put 20 points on the board, which is actually a little below their average of 82 points per game. But a good start here on senior day. The emotions didn't overwhelm them. It's been a good start.
Wooten guarded by Nichols. Finding a way into Staley. Pushing off the Jayhawks. And they're not going to call it.
That's a
contact with Copeland.
It was contact made. And it looked like her dropped her shoulder, but did not get called for the offensive foul.
Davis out to Nichols. Driving in. Pressure. That's going to be from Jaden Wooten.
Boy, that is an excellent job of anticipation by Wooten. And Davis is hobbled. She's having a hard time popping up right now. Right there, just ping-pong and trying to find a window to get to the rim. Copeland standing up, standing tall, not giving an inch to the bigger Staley Hurd. Davis, this is something to keep an eye on. This is the leading scorer at 20 points per game for Kansas, a 17-year-old freshman who comes up hobbled. She missed a lot of time in the non-con with lower leg injury, so hopefully she's fine.
Meister with the bucket. Yeah, Davis missed 10 games in the beginning, came back New Year's Day. And ever since then, Brandon Schneider said, we've been a totally different team. Head coach for Oklahoma State said, with Davis, the Jayhawks are a much better team. But with that, Micah Gray sinks another 3.
She's just a sniper from the outside, and Oklahoma State has such good spacing. Puts pressure on the defense to be well extended beyond the three-point line for multiple shooters.
Meister finding Copeland. Copeland guarded by Jaden Wooten. Wide open shot is Reagan Williams. A little too strong. Defensive rebound. It's Haley Timmer.
Well, where is the offense going to come with Davis on the bench?
Staley Hurd feeling the pressure from Williams, finding her teammate Timmer. Jayhawks really pressing on the Cowgirls right now. 3 on the shot clock. Wooten lets it fly. Offensive rebound. That was Eva Redford.
Great job hunting the glass. That is a hustle play by the 6'3" redshirt junior out of Germany. Did her prep ball in England and given good minutes off the bench.
Williams driving in. And here's where Davis twisted her ankle earlier.
Wooten reading this, the anticipation, steps on the baseline. Davis comes up hobbled. I don't know if she hit her knee on the ground, but checking into the game, and she's gonna give it a go. I love watching this young freshman play. McDonald's All-American, what a boost for Coach Schneider to keep her at home, the Overland Park, Kansas native. Melissa Barlow demonstrating to Wooten why she got called for that offensive foul, lowered her shoulder, our official here today, along with Brian Hall and Mike McConnell. Wooten says, all right, smile on her face. And now she goes and has a little playful push against Copeland. Gotta love that.
Wooten seems to always have a smile on her face from the practices and shoot around.
Even after picking up an offensive foul. Good energy.
3-point shot from Copeland. Defensive rebound right in the Cott's hands.
Copeland wanted that one so she could push Wooten back and say, I got that one right in your face, but it didn't drop.
Now it's Wooten's turn. Resetting the offense, finding Hurd. Caught setting the screen. Defensive rebound for the Jayhawks. Nichols driving in fast. Quick layup for her.
And she has not been the one taking a lot of shots, just 2 shots, but 5 points.
Using that wingspan to make that ball drop in on the outside.
A show and go from Akkad. Her confidence seems like it is just growing each and every game.
Maya Nichols. Davis under the basket, feeling the pressure from Akkad. And she beats her out.
I love that aggressiveness from Davis. The hands to go up and grab that over the top.
But not when you have Staley Hurd. She's going to answer immediately when it comes to offense.
2 players getting all the way to the rim.
4 points for Hurd so far. Nia Copeland out to Davis. Cowgirls really putting the defensive pressure on Kansas. beats out 2-on-1.
That pass floating in there, and Davis just went and grabbed it. Her hands, some of the best you are going to find in traffic as a passer. You want to make sure that your post player is calling for it and wants it. Boy, Davis does, and then knows how to finish.
Haley Timmer trying to find an open shot, and she takes it. Defensive rebound. Ball into Maya Nichols' hands.
Nichols coming off a game where she made 15 free throws. She's the nation's leader in free throws, but settling for the 3 on that possession.
Rebound right in Jaden Wooten's hands. Averages 3.5 per game. So going back and forth right now. Maya Nichols resetting, looking over Brandon Schneider.
Oklahoma State has already attempted 12 threes. It's a huge part of their offense. Number 2 in the Big 12 at over 82 points per game. They love to fill it up from deep, but they've also had success in this game getting to the rim.
Great offensive rebound. Huge play from Reagan Williams.
Yeah, she's tough.
Offense.
Missed some time with a knee injury, 7 games. Another reason why Kansas is trending. They've won 5 of 6. They've won 3 in a row, trying to keep their tournament hopes alive. And Williams has provided just some toughness on the interior since she's returned.
Jaden Wooten mid-range again. She's on net. JC Hoyt says when she's mid-range, it's like a layup.
And I think for Oklahoma State, it was good. Get the ball in the hands of Wooten. Get inside that three-point arch. If you have missed a few in a row, mix up where you're coming at the defense.
Evans, quick release. Misses everything. That ball's out.
Yeah, she rushed that one. Evans, their net at 49. Autumn Johnson projection out. They're right there. One of the first 4 out or next 4 out. So a win here today would be a quad 1 win. And if they can win 2 games at the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City next week, Coach Brandon Schneider thinks they're in.
Wide open 3 release from Micah Gray. Going down is Whiting. Timmer finding Whiting, driving in. Wooten with the layup. All good. She is loving the energy right now.
Boy, fire me up, Wooten. This work, she takes it all the way. Who is going to get in her path? Gets the first step and then just keeps going. Beat Harshaw, takes the contact, and then goes right foot, right hand, throwing the defense's timing off for the 3-point opportunity.
Foul from Brittany Harshaw. Puts Wooten on the line, misses this one. Maya Nichols. Losing the ball. Right in the hands of Mari Wedding. Wooten, what a save. This ball almost flies out. She keeps it in, kicks it out to Hurd, who wins the 3. 7:01. Haley Hurd last night after practice on your screen right here says that Wooten has the ball on a string. She can cross you over with her handles. Said that you want her running point with you.
She brings that energy. I love that for Nichols. Draining the 3. She has not been downhill, has yet to get to the free throw line in this game after making 17 in their last game and leads the nation, but does have 2 balls from long range.
Schneider says Nichols is as controlled and poised as it gets. Good defense from Davis. 17-year-old is all over the place.
Dad played hoops at Oklahoma, been professionally overseas. She's a really smart young lady, mechanical engineering major with a 3.95 GPA to start her academic career at Kansas. That's not easy.
Big defensive pressure from a cot. Brittany Harshaw with the handles. Kicking out to Williams. Canessa driving in, the ball's lost. Turned over, deep throw to Hurd. Easy layup.
Hurd cherry picking, getting out in front of everybody for the easiest deuce for her this season. She's got 9 knocking on the door of a double-figure day.
Just over 40 seconds in the first half. Foul called. Jaden Wooten is about pumped up as it gets 6 on your screen. That call was on Reagan Williams.
Jade Wooten bringing the energy, getting over the top of that screen. The ball is dodged loose, and then Hurd says, I'm going to get on my horse and start running to the rim.
You can't deny the energy the Cowgirls are bringing right now.
Wooten, the first player in double figures for either side. She's got a dozen 5 made field goals for Wooten.
Air ball from Canessa. Few seconds left. Turnover, ball back in the Jayhawks' hands. Canessa with the layup. 2 is good for her, and she beats out the clock. So Oklahoma State with a huge lead here at half. Good look at Jaden Wooten there on your screen. 30th in the nation for assists, 35th in assists per game, and comes off the bench, and you see the energy she brings her team. And we play on, second half underway. This is the last game of the regular Big 12 season before the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City next week.
Boy, Kansas right there breathing a sigh of relief. Down by 12. Regroup at halftime. Come out. You want to try to get a clean look. Ball in the hands of Nichols or Davis, most likely. Nearly another turnover to add to their total, but they'll take the foul.
Foul was called on Staley Hurd. Had a triple-double against Iowa State their last game. Brandon Schneider trying to get his team back in rhythm in the second half here. Davis, and doing just that immediately.
Well, that is what you draw up at halftime. Get the dominant force, the ball down on the block. Good position, moving a cot up to create some space. The weak side help, not there in time. And Davis, a very good free throw shooter for a 17-year-old, 6'3" post player at 75%. They're working on extending her range. Has not attempted a 3 yet this season. But I think give it some time and some work in the gym. I like the way that the ball comes off her fingertips at the foul line.
Let her turn 18 first.
Not till May. She's just a little tiny freshman.
Hey, Brandon Schneider was talking to us, and he said she's only 17. We knew she was a freshman. We didn't know she was just 17. It's amazing talking to her, seeing how mature she is. Defensive rebound. Ball in the Cowgirls' hands. Whiting resetting. Staley Hurd finding her teammate and caught. Now Whiting.
Now Mari Whiting, junior transfer from BYU, where she played for her mom. She just fills in the cracks for Oklahoma State. When they need her to score, when they need her to create, she can do either.
So Staley trying to get the ball turned over, but then the Jayhawks come in leading to 2 points for Julia Davis.
Now the scramble drill going in favor of the Jayhawks. They're back against the wall. They're fighting for their NCAA tournament lives. It's by a thread. They have to get this game.
Big offensive play. They'll call a shot. Maya Nichols matched up against Whiting. Vandell finding Meister. Wide open, it's Nichols off the rim. Foul called.
A good look from Nichols. She's already made 2 threes in this game, and she was left open on the perimeter. Couldn't sink it, but Davis picking up her second personal foul, trying for the O-board.
Williams back in the lineup. Mari Whiting takes it down. For 83 a single season mark.
She's a guard by trade, but has been asked to play that 5 spot for Oklahoma State. That's a guard move, explosive. It's a really high motor. Coach Boyd telling me that her mom called and said she reminds me of Dennis Rodman with her motor and her energy. I just love her, God. Of course, JC's mom, Shelly Hoyt, coaching legend in Kansas. JC played at Wichita State, so a lot of ties to Kansas.
Davis at the line after being fouled by Amari Whiting. Davis starting to show more emotion in this second half.
She's got the ball. She has been really efficient. 6 of 8 from the field, and since returning from injury at the beginning of January, she's the #2 scorer in the Big 12 Conference, behind only Audie Crooks. 2 post players. Just do work down low. It's fun to watch those two.
This was the first Big 12 player to average more than 20 points per game through her first 10 career games since Courtney Paris of Oklahoma in 2005.
And that was an absolute rejection. Look at how athletic she is.
Davis trying to hold on, going into the crowd though. Her and Whiting. Whiting showing plenty of fight on the court today.
Now watch this block, timing it, getting off the floor so quickly. I mean, she is just a quick, explosive leaper. Let's get a piece of that one.
Pushing off Nichols, trying to find another way. That mid-range jumper she loves on net.
And the moving screen on a cot as Samaya Nichols and her get tangled up. Neither one of those players is going to back down. Let's look at this.
Samaya Nichols matched up against Cott, finding a way to drive in and makes this basket.
Big play, back-to-back by Nichols, drawing the offensive foul and then getting the bucket on the other end. She's starting to pick it up.
Cott finding a way over 2 Jayhawks defenders to find some more production. Nichols to Davis, the Jayhawks duo.
Really smart on the mismatch. They got the switch. Williams with the smaller defender sealed behind her. A nice entry pass from Davis to get the bucket.
Ball in Cott's hands. Match up against Williams. Williams pressing hard. But Nichols all around. A pull-up shot finds out a way to beat out Reagan Williams.
Oh, Williams, that's a good job defensively, shuffling her feet, cutting off the path of a Cott, but using the footwork, the Cott is not to be denied.
Nichols doesn't take the shot, sends it out to Copeland. Big offensive save for Julia Davis. It's going to be called a travel.
Now, a good hustle play from Davis to get out there and grab that rebound, but getting the feet shuffled on contact. But a Cott right here, Williams moving her feet, cuts her off once, cuts her off twice. 3rd time's a charm for a Cott, using her offhand for the bucket. What a pickup it has been. The transfer from UCF spent 2 years there. This is her first year at Oklahoma State, a native of Ottawa. Doing big things for the Cowgirls.
Ball out to Whiting. Pressure by Copeland. Kicked out to Hurd. Drops it on the outside. Another 3 on net.
The 5th made 3 of the game for the Cowgirls. They average 9 a game, but for Hurd, she's 2 of 3. Very efficient from long range, and she's got a dozen now. Always nice to see your dad in the stands, no matter if he's a great Yankee legend or not.
I wonder if she's teaching him any lift workouts these days. Reagan Williams at the line. The crowd is really trying to get in her head right now. She's able to withstand the pressure. Davis back in for Williams.
Well, Kansas here has plenty of time, and Oklahoma State, while they're such a good three-point shooting team, one of the best in the nation, they're going to be cautious here with a 13-point lead. Kansas is going to want to speed them up defensively to get back in.
Mid-range jumper again from Jaden Wooten, who Staley Hurd said she makes it look so simple. Wide out shot. A defensive rebounder right in Wooten's hands.
Those are the shots that Kansas is going to have to hit to get back in this one. Down 15.
Big defensive play from Kansas, but back in Staley Hurd's hands. Knessa putting on a defensive show right now for the Jayhawks. Finds Meister. Maya Nichols going out to Knessa. Under the basket is Davis. Offensive rebound from her. Able to hold on to it. Multiple defenders not able to beat them out. Davis looking visibly tired. Three from Micah Gray off the iron. Knessa's hands. We're going back and forth right now.
Look at Cott working hard to try to keep Davis from getting to her seal.
The basket is Davis. Waits a second, and she makes this.
That is big girl basketball. Boy, Davis just getting pressed by a Cott. A physical battle for who's going to get to their spot. Davis has got the good hands to grab that pass and finish through contact.
Out to Gray. Driving in Micah Gray, a lot of defensive pressure. Back out to Lecoq. Under the basket, they're able to beat out Davis and Lily Meister.
That's a big take for a Cott. Davis scored on her on the other end, and she was not to be denied. Put her shoulder down and went hard.
Knessa finding over the teammate, but ball back in Staley Hurd's hands with the defensive rebound. Staley Hurd today said she's just taking better care of her body. Stretches every night. It's made a huge difference for her game. As you see, a shot at them, more points again.
She ever get tired? I don't even think she sweats. And she just keeps on going. And mentioned it earlier, her mom called her, Shelly Hoyt, who's coaching legend at the high school level. She said, reminds me of Dennis Rodman with her energy, just always pursuing, and she gets another takeaway.
Cott must hear you, Elise. Ball in Staley Hurd's hands. Micah Gray trying to find a way through, but Nichols is stopping her. Back to Wooten. Cott trying to make her way under the basket. She finds the ball, holds on to it, back out to Wooten. It's all over. Now it's Whiting. All net. Cowgirls on a 14-3 run. Just a minute left in the third quarter here. Engines have seemed to not run out for any of these Cowgirls. Big block, that was Knessa. Trying to hold on though, but Cott able to recover. No look, pass to Micah Gray off the iron. Ball in Knessa's hands. It's Davis driving in for the layup.
And she can't dunk a volleyball. So, give her a little bit of time, the 17-year-old. She might take that in the future and pack it with her kind of leaping ability, but the run stopper is Davis able to leak out.
Taking a moment to reset. Maya Knessa, from Barcelona, Spain, been pressuring her here in this quarter. 13 points for Davis. mid-range jumper. Beats out the shot clock. It's off the rim, though. That's the end of the third quarter.
At ASU, 53 in the net. Colorado, last 4 in right now with a 45 net. And Kansas at 49. Kansas here with 10 minutes to play has a lot of work to do to get this win.
Davis finds her way around the defender, and foul's going to be called on.
Now she is just a force, up to 23 points and a chance to add on with a 3-point opportunity. 2 defenders in her area, but the fadeaway at 6'3" with the soft touch, her skill set is special.
Staley Hurd, the guard for Oklahoma State, said we are going to be paying special attention to Julia Davis. She's confident in their game plan and trying to stop Nichols and Davis.
Nichols 10 points today for Kansas, but just 6 shots.
Wide open shot from Jaden Wooten. Ball fought off. Staley Hurd able to get the offensive rebound over Davis. She lets the 3 fly. And it lands right in. Offensive rebound and getting the 3.
Davis had her block out, but it was another player for the Cowgirls that snuck in there, and Hurd firing everybody up with that make from deep.
Staley Hurd is about as selfless as it gets. When on social media her team posts her Big 12 awards and things like that, she'll never reshare it. She only reshares her teammates' awards.
I love the way that Hurd plays. She's up to 15 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists, physicality. Reminds me of her skills right here of Alyssa Thomas. So great with the Phoenix Mercury.
Foul called on Canessa. Kansas guard. The ref having to go to the Chillicothe.
Well, on the last play after Hurd hit that 3, kind of extended and had a celebration right into Davis. Davis ran down the court asking for a little help. It's been a battle from Davis, and it caught down on the block, something to watch for away from the ball in this possession.
Pressure from Davis, finding Whiting. Back to Gray, doesn't want it, but she gets a second chance. She's gonna take it, lets it fly. Offensive rebound, Oklahoma State able to hold on to this one. Whiting switches with Gray. Deep shot. Hurd not able to make this one fall. Ball back in Jayhawks' hands.
Flying out like a free safety. If that one has a little bit more control on the deflection, he would have been off to the races for an easy bucket.
Davis trying to have the long pass to Nichols, but Whiting hits out the ball.
Whiting ends up fouling at the ref, but they laughed as she was waiting to check into the game. Right here, Gray says, watch out, watch out. What are you doing to me, Amari?
Nichols going down, trying to hold on to this ball. That was Amari Whiting going for it. Jump ball called.
That's one thing we have not seen Nichols do in this game, and that is just go downhill right at Whiting, losing her footing. Leads the nation in free throw shooting, coming off a game where she shot 15 of 17 from the foul line, but has yet to earn a trip to the stripe.
Being bumped off by Nichols, finding out Hurd. Hurd, so much pressure from Davis. Ego Revla tries to drive in, and that takes down Reagan Williams. Foul called though on Reagan Williams.
Williams trying to show the contact in a battle, and you see the hook a little bit is not for the weak when you set foot into the lane. And it's Egareppa who draws the foul on Williams.
Wide open shot from Staley Hurd off the iron. Defensive rebound. Knessa taking this one down. Back pass to Harshaw. Jayhawks spreading out the passes right now.
This averages just 6 made threes per game.
Big steal and handles. Staley Hurd.
And that's not a bad foul. I know Williams is upset individually, but Oklahoma State was heading off for a fast break opportunity, and she slowed it up. But Kansas trying to get back into this game. They have been held scoreless for almost 3 minutes. They're not a prolific three-point shooting team. I mentioned just 6 made threes per game, so they're gonna have to really pick up the pace, get out in transition. The pressure is gonna have to come out for the Jayhawks to fight out of this big hole with less than 7 minutes to go.
Brandon Schneider's team's dealt with a lot of injury through December, January, putting together a lot of missing pieces, and his team again got caught at the right time, won the last 3, but this game would be instrumental for them to go to the NCAA tournament.
Well, Kansas in this game, they've got an outstanding effort from Davis, the freshman. She's 10 for 14. Nichols, the only other player in double figures, she's got 10. Just there hasn't been enough help in the scoring department. Kansas has been on this recent 3-game winning streak because of their depth in scoring. 4 players have been in double figures for Kansas 4 games in a row, but have a lot of work to do to reach that mark today.
Staley Hurd continuing to put points on the board for Oklahoma State. Older sister of Tyler Hurd. Both Cowgirls this season. Evans finding Davis. Davis looking back for her. Micah Gray applying the pressure. And there comes in Egareppa. No look pass from Jaden Wooten. Egareppa.
Oh, Davis retreating. Woo, she got up high. It was excellent defense by Egareppa on Davis. And then she comes right back on the other end with a big play.
On Knessa's hand, she started 25 games last season. Meister back to Knessa. Wide open shot though, it's Elle Evans.
Give Oklahoma State credit, their defense has pushed up. That is one of the top things on the scouting report. Evans leads the nation in three-point shooting. Coming in at just a tick under 50% on the season. Today she is only 0 for 2. Just hasn't gotten enough clean looks. The 2 that she has had have come with pressure.
Pull a shot out to Micah Gray. Oklahoma State has not taken their foot off the gas this entire game. Off the rim from Micah Gray.
Right, has to be pleased with the way that her team has defended. The team is known as an offensive team, fast tempo, pushes pace, three-point shooting, but that defense is what she will need to rely on as we enter the postseason coming up next week.
Staley Hurd saving that deep pass from flying out. We're on the shot clock. She lets it go. Not able to make this one fall. Sanaya Copeland on the ground. Oklahoma State staying in charge here in the fourth.
So doing a nice job. And then, of course, those bench points. That is what they do with Wooten coming off the bench. She's got 14 points and 7 assists to go with it. What a game she's put together.
Williams finding Nichols. Inside back to Williams. Down goes Akot. And Davis, the 17-year-old freshman, Julia Davis, had her 13th 20-point game of the season. That's tied for 7th in school history for a single season. Also tied 5th in Big 12 history for most 20-point games by a freshman. So, though the Jayhawks are down, she has to feel proud of her efforts.
If there's any doubt that she will be the Big 12 Freshman of the Year, erase that. She has been, for 8 weeks in a row, the Big 12 Freshman of the Week.
Mind you, Davis didn't even play the first 10 games due to injury, came back New Year's Day, and she has showed out. Oklahoma State head coach J.C. Boyd said that Jayhawks are a completely different team when Davis is in. The ball in Whiting's hands.
Yeah, she had 30 points in that first matchup. But remember, this is something for Oklahoma State. Rare miss there for Akot. But this is something that Kansas has come in here 3 years in a row and won in Stillwater. Not today.
Ball back in Stately Hurd's hands. Hurd out to Whiting.
This is a good momentum for the Cowgirls. It's another midi. Want to head into Kansas City next week. Securing the double bye, check with some momentum, check, couple wins in the row, including one of the most difficult places to play at Iowa State. Go in on a high note.
Staley Hurd said Iowa State's the hardest place to play. It's the roughest environment as she lets this 3 go off the iron. Maya Nichols bringing this ball back. Hustle play. Pushing off Haley Timmer.
That is vintage Nichols right there. She will burn a trip to the foul line for the first time today. This is the nation's leader in free throw attempts. Brings that physicality, already the all-time leader in Kansas history in free throw attempts as Davis is back on the floor.
That was part of OSU's game plan. Their head coach, J.C. Boyd, said we have to keep Nichols off the free throw line. That is going to kill us if we can't get that key to the game down.
That has been a check in the column for Oklahoma State.
Ball intercepted by Davis when finding Nichols. Another foul called. That's on Jaden Wooten. She's not too worried about it.
Big smile on her face. She should be smiling. 16 points, 7 assists, 4 boards. She's doing everything for the Cowgirls.
And again, all doing that with Wooten coming off the bench. Ball out off Brayton Williams. Davis gonna bring this one in. Akot is all over her. Still in the pressure.
With a 15-point lead and just over 2 minutes to go. Akot still playing it down to the zeros.
Williams in from Davis finding the open basket.
Beautiful feed. Double team felt by Davis. Able to get up off the ground, deliver the dime.
J.C. Hoyt taking a moment. 19 on the shot clock. Everyone just resetting. Just a minute and a half left in the game. Jaden Wooten, mid-range jumper again. All net. Points now for Wooten. Tie with Akot. Big block, Akot getting the turnover and the skill driving in though. The Timber not able to keep this ball in. Akot leading the break, couldn't get the bucket, but doing everything. Akot timing this beautifully, gets her hand on the ball and then puts her head down and goes. And she gets an ovation from this crowd for her hard work today. What a back-to-back stretch. 18 points, 9 boards for Akot. Vanessa feeling the pressure from Whiting. Joseph entered the game. Again, another senior for senior night, one of the 3 seniors for the Cowgirls. Hoping to close out this one here in Stillwater. The Big 12 regular season finale. Next week is the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. So Tatiana Brown in and misses that one. 6'2" freshman makes her second. Part of this top 10 ranked recruiting class for Kansas. Brandon Schneider has another one coming next year as they build. Jaden Wooten taking her time. 30 seconds left in the game. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. What a statement Oklahoma State has made over Kansas. Passed out wide. Hurd takes the ball. Tyler Hurd's sister is Staley in. Tyler, the younger sister, sophomore. Staley is a junior. Oh, you see Wooten. I love that. Big smile on her face. She was trying to set up Tyler for the three-point look. Through the defense, kicked it out. Wanted that one to go. Canessa out to Harshaw. Big hustle from Tatiana Brown, but that's going to be it.